also want to talk about Trump's personal health issues.
Okay.
Brian Krasenstein on Twitter says, something appears seriously wrong with Trump's health. In fact, JD Vance today did an interview where he spoke on Trump's health and what would happen if something happened to Trump. This says, imagine if Biden had these large contusions on him. It's time for the man who will be the oldest president in history to be removed from office. First of all, if you agree with that message, drop a like and subscribe to the Adam Mockler channel. Secondly, this isn't even the most damning piece of evidence. All you have to do is listen to Donald Trump speak on a daily basis, and you can tell that something is clearly wrong with him. Repeating himself, lying, no reality tests over and over while he continues to mobilize the National Guard.
Making up memories in his head and thinking they're real. All signs of Alzheimer's.
For a non-existent crime problem in states that don't want the National Guard there. So we're going to talk about the JD Vance interview and Trump's health in just 1 second, but let's start with his own health before he focuses on, ruining the nation's health and the health of people across the world by gutting USAID. Let's watch this clip of JD Vance talking about Trump at one point.
This is what I wanted to talk. This is what I want to talk about. All right. Because this kind of, I think this is how they're going to ease in JD Vance for president.
Point in this clip, he talks about what would happen if a tragedy did occur to Donald Trump.
And why should Americans trust you to lead the country?
Well, I've gotten a lot of good on-the-job training in the last 200 days, but also say that the president...
He's been on 7 vacations. He's had like 7 vacations.
...is in incredibly good health. He's got incredible energy. And while most of the people who work around the President of the United States are younger than he is, I think that we find that he actually is the last person who goes to sleep. He's the last person making phone calls at night, and he's the first person who wakes up and the first person making phone calls in the morning. So, yes.
This is all a lie. These are all lies. If you've been around 80-year-old men, this just it's just not possible. They don't have it in there. Maybe with some injections, maybe with whatever they're injecting him in his hand, maybe then. But if you've experienced any time with somebody who's fucking 80 years old, you kind of fucking know.
Things can always happen. Yes, terrible tragedies happen, but I feel very confident the President of the United States is in good shape, is going to serve out the remainder of his term and do great things for the American people. And if, God forbid, there's a terrible tragedy, I can't think of better on-the-job training than what I've gotten over the last 200 days.
Yeah, going on 8 different vacations and allowing Elon Musk to rummage through all of our personal data. JD Vance then did an interview later in the day where